Rain tapped softly against the restaurant windows, the city lights reflecting like blurred stars on the wet pavement. Emma Carter checked her watch for the third time, nerves fluttering in her chest. This was her first blind date in almost 2 years. Her best friend had insisted she try again. "You deserve someone who sees your heart, Em," she had said. Emma smoothed her simple navy dress and tucked a loose strand of hair behind her ear. She wasn't glamorous. She wasn't flashy. She was just a young pediatric nurse who worked long, exhausting shifts caring for sick kids and holding hands through pain. Love wasn't something she had time for, but a small part of her still hoped for. Someone gentle, someone kind. The restaurant door opened with a soft chime, and everything changed. A tall man stepped inside, dark coat dusted from the rain, his presence quiet yet commanding. But what caught everyone's attention wasn't him. It was the 3 little girls holding onto his hands. Triplets, 2 in matching yellow coats, 1 in pink, each with big brown eyes that shone with curiosity. Emma blinked. No one told her children were part of this. The man scanned the room, spotted her, and offered a tired, apologetic smile. He approached slowly, as though unsure if he was doing the right thing. "Hi," he said softly. "You must be Emma. I'm Noah." His voice was warm but worn, like someone who had lived too much in too little time. Emma glanced at the girls, then back at him. And they are?" He laughed lightly, embarrassed. "These are my daughters, Lily, Grace, and Rose. Their babysitter canceled 20 minutes ago. He paused. "I almost canceled too. But I didn't want to stand you up." Something in his honesty, raw, unpolished, softened her. Emma knelt down to the girl's height. "Well, I'm Emma," she said gently. "And I love new friends, especially ones with matching coats." The girls giggled, instantly warming to her. Noah watched, stunned. No hesitation, no judgment, just kindness. As they sat together, Emma realized this wasn't the simple, quiet date she expected. But fate had stitched something else together tonight. A lonely CEO carrying more than the world expected, and a young nurse who knew how to care for hearts others looked past. Their story was only beginning. Dinner was nothing like either of them expected. Instead of candlelight tension or awkward small talk, the table was filled with giggles, spilled juice, and little fingers stealing fries when they thought no one was watching. Emma found herself laughing, not at them, but with them. Lily kept showing Emma her sparkly hair clips. Grace tried to feed her bites from her plate, and Rose sat quietly, just staring at Emma like she was trying to memorize her face. Noah watched it unfold with a look Emma couldn't quite name. Not admiration, not relief. Something deeper, something aching. Halfway through dinner, one of the girls asked, "Miss Emma, are you going to be our new mommy?" Noah froze. Emma did too. The restaurant seemed to go silent just for a breath. He cleared his throat, gentle but firm. "Girls, that's not how dates work." But Emma didn't look uncomfortable. She only reached across the table and squeezed his hand. Just for a moment. Just enough to tell him it was okay. When the girls were distracted with coloring pages, Emma finally asked softly, "How long has it been?" "Their mom, I mean." Noah's shoulders shifted with a weight he knew too well. Rose was born with a heart complication. They said the pregnancy would be dangerous. His voice was steady, but his eyes were not. She chose to continue. Said love was worth every risk. She got to hold them, kiss them, name them, and then she was gone. Emma's heart cracked, not because of the tragedy, but because of the love in his voice when he said she. "She sounds like she was brave," Emma whispered. Noah nodded, staring down. "She was the strongest person I ever met. And every day, I feel like I'm failing to be enough for them." Emma shook her head. "You brought them with you tonight instead of canceling, because you didn't want to disappoint someone you never even met. You're not failing, Noah. You're trying. And that matters." He looked at her then. Really looked. Not at the nurse. Not at the girl on a blind date. At the woman who saw him, even the broken pieces, and didn't turn away. Outside, the rain had stopped. But inside, something had begun to heal. The night ended with the triplets fast asleep in the back seat of Noah's car. Emma helped carry Grace, the smallest, her head resting trustfully on Emma's shoulder. When they reached the car, Noah opened the door quietly, careful not to wake them. "Thank you," he whispered. But it wasn't the casual thank you people said out of habit. It was the kind that came from somewhere deep, where gratitude and fear and hope tangled together. Emma brushed a curl away from Grace's forehead. "They're incredible, Noah, all three of them." He nodded, but his eyes held worry. "Most people see them as a complication." Emma turned to face him fully. "And what do you see?" His voice was barely more than breath. "My whole world, but a world I'm afraid will scare everyone else away." Silence stretched softly between them. The kind of silence where truth grows. Emma spoke gently, but her words didn't tremble. "No one should be afraid of love. Especially not you." Something inside him broke then, not in a painful way, but in the way ice breaks when spring finally arrives. He didn't pull her close. He didn't rush the moment. He simply let himself feel it. "You're different," he said. "You didn't flinch. You didn't look for the exit. You just stayed." Emma smiled softly. "I'm a nurse, Noah. I run toward people who need care, not away from them." And for the first time since his wife's passing, Noah let himself hope for tomorrow. Weeks later, the girls waited for Emma at the park. Bench, 3 squeaky voices calling her name before she even crossed the sidewalk. "Emma, Emma, Emma!" They tackled her legs, laughing, and Noah watched with a look no one had seen in years. Peace. She sat in the grass, letting them braid her hair, terribly, letting them chatter about school, letting them love without fear. And Noah sat beside her. No performance, no expectations, no date rules, just 2 people who had found comfort in each other's company. When the sun dipped low, Noah spoke quietly. "I don't know where life is taking us, but if you're willing, I'd like to find out together." Emma didn't answer with words. She simply intertwined her fingers with his. She didn't just stay for the date. She stayed for the family. And this time, no one walked away.